while ago, I talked about a Echo Park haul that I had from their warehouse sale, and this is one couple of the items. Got the 6x6 pad and then two 12x12 collections of the Salutations #1. Now the reason I got these collections is because they are great for card making. So when we take a look at the Salutations collection itself, each page is going to have these great cut apart cards that are awesome for card bases. And I've done this with the Winnie the Pooh collection as well. But my plan is to create some gift set cards that will work well together as a gift set. Now I grabbed the 6x6 pad because those are great for the bases around it, and then you got the sticker sheet. So, and both collections should be like that. I think I'm gonna make 2 sets of cards out of what I've got here for gifts. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut apart an entire collection, and then I'm gonna have the other collection as my backup paper, and then we're gonna talk about how to assemble everything. Okay, so there's a little bit of strategy here. I did not cut all of the papers. In fact, I have 5 of them left out of the collection, so I cut half plus 1. So the one paper that I cut twice did not have a good background. So let me show you which one that was. It was this one. So I've got 2 of these sheets cut, but the rest I just did the one. And I did that because this is not gonna make a good background piece for a card. So taking a look at my stack here, I have 24 4x3s, 18 4x4s, and 18 4x6s with that additional piece of paper. And now I have to think, okay, what kind of size bases do I want? Well, with a 4x3, that's pretty simple. We're going to do the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 standard card size. And then with a 4x4, I thought it'd be fun to do 6x6. And then with the 4x6 cards, we're going to do 5x7 cards. Now I did a little bit of math here. For the A2 card size, we're going to need 4 pieces of 12x12 pattern cardstock in order to hit the 24 cards that we need by making 4 and 5 1/4 panels that these will go on top of. For these, we're going to need 5 pieces of 12x12 paper to get the 18 cards that we need, cut at 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then this one here is, they're not going to have a backer. With a 5x7 card, this being 4x6, it's going to take up a big chunk of space already, so I'm not going to worry about it. If you look like right here where they're kind of centered, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, there's the box. So I'm not going to worry about having a border along something that's so big. This is like a 2-inch difference. This is a 1-inch difference. So that's why I think I can get away with just slapping these on a card front. In addition, these 4x6, I'm going to have to go purchase 18 5x7 cards. So when I go to do that, I can go look and see if I can get some colored cardstock cards instead of just the plain white. That will elevate this project just a little bit too. So these ones are going to be put aside. We're going to work on the 6x6 and the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cards. Now I'm lucky. I have these in my stash. And these are cards and envelopes by Studio G that was gifted to me. And they should be either 5x5 or 6x6. These are 5x5 cards. So I don't even know that I'm going to need a card behind it. All I need to really do is round the corners and then be done. Now, if I was doing 6x6 cards, I can cut my cards out of 12x12 cardstock. I cannot cut my cards out of this because I need something that's 14 inches wide. So these cards are just not feasible for what I have in my stash right now. So they'll just kind of go to the side. And I could have chosen not to even cut these and use this pattern paper on the back for some bases on these cards. But we're here, we're done, they're cut. It is what it is. So I've got these 5x5 cards and I've got a whole stack of them. So 8, 16, I've got enough for my stack. So I am probably just going to use my corner rounder, stick them on there and call it good. instead of wasting my 12 by 12 cardstock to make card bases and then using 5 12 by 12 pieces of paper in order to add a backer. Not even gonna worry about it. So these, you can choose what you wanna do. You can either make bases and cards, or you can do what I do and use what you got in your stash. So let's focus on these. This means I need 4 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock. And I kind of want them to have a good tight pattern. So the pieces that I have left over in my collection are this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So right now, I'm just taking a look at the ones that I think I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use these 4 because this has a floral background that has a lot of variety in color, fills a lot of the space. This is directional and this one's not. So I might cut these 3 and see with this 5 1/4 to see what those look like, because some of these are horizontal and some of them are vertical. So I need to be wary of how I cut this paper or how I cut this paper. This paper is a little bit less directional, but by the time I get my 4x3 card on here, you're not going to see the pattern very well. So these 2 are a maybe to figure out what I want to do with. I also can't forget that I have this 6x6 pad. So if I decide not to use either of those 2, I have the patterns in here that are a little to use. So I'm going to cut these and I'll be back. So I've cut my panels 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to go through and figure out what's vertical, what's horizontal. I think a lot of these are going to be horizontal, and that's fine. Or it might be half and half, you know, you never know. Okay, much more horizontal than vertical. Now I want to kind of go through and see what's going to look good together. Let's do this one and this one. Yeah, that looks good because it got a little bit of red down there. This is a solid color with a lot of pink, but there's blue. So let's pull that blue in. And all I'm doing is matching these up. And then this is like batch assembly, right? So once I figure out this stack, get them all situated where I want them to go, what I'll do is then I'll attach them to the cards. So I have this stack ready to go, bada bada boom, it'll be great. Go ahead and get all these together. Okay, so vertical are done, so I don't have to worry about vertical now. I know that I'm going to be cutting these horizontal. One of these 2 sheets is a horizontal. So let's finish this up and see what that's going to look like. Well, can't grab it. I don't think this one's going to look good with pink or that, so this might need to be one of those. Same with that one. This one can go with this. Hello, can go blue. That's fine. Okay, so now we're at the crossroads. That would look good. That'll look good. That'll look good. This can go here. That one will look good. And that one will look good. Okay, so now out of these, let's see. So let's do... This one's the only concerning one that I've got, and that looks fine with it. Do we would do this one at this instead though? No, I think it'll look better with this. Okay, this is the winner. I'm gonna cut these panels so that it's 4 by 5 1/2. There's 4. Okay, so these look great with this. Now it's just a matter of batch assembly. Just grab your card bases, fold them in half, glue them on. Now I'm saying glue because when I have purchased cards from other crafters, they've used tape and the cards have had to fall apart. Well, if I'm giving this to somebody who's not a crafter, I don't want my products to fall apart and then them having to glue it. It's just not professional. So that is how I'm getting 24 cards out of a collection, plus 18, and I still have a whole 12 by 12 piece of paper left that I can absolutely make 12 more cards with. So make sure to check out my haul video because you'll see the other collections that I bought with a similar idea in mind. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.